look.
Yeah. Lisa's just talking about how young we look. Oh, look how young we look. And then
No,
like 10 years, it'll be like, oh, look how old we are now.
No,
That's
when
what
we
you said.
watch this in like 10 years, and we'll be like, oh my gosh, look how young we look. And right now we're going, oh my God, look how old we look.
Yeah. Right. So, here we are, like, so day 3, I guess. Technically, we're just going to call it day 3 because we left early in the morning.
I've been writing down day 4, so we're going with day 4.
All right,
Day confuse everything.
Day 4. So day 4, we're in Canada finally, or finally, I guess. So it's kind of a 2.5 day, like real big kind of push to get up here. We saw a bunch of stuff, but we didn't really stop along the way because we want to go up here to Canada, look around Nova Scotia, see a bunch of stuff, and then head back, and we're going to take our time on the way back down. So that was the plan, because we figure anything we miss on the way back down, it's a lot easier to get to Connecticut than it is Nova Scotia in the future if we want to go back and see something, if we miss something. And which I don't know what we're going to miss in Connecticut. Like, no, it might be awesome. It might be cool. I've never been there.
I don't know, but Vermont quite a bit.
Vermont, I think, is going to eat up a lot of our time.
Vermont was gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah, just from what we saw.
Of cute little towns and
so going through
rivers. And
yeah. So let's see. So yesterday we didn't do anything yesterday. We didn't record anything yesterday, but it was kind of a busy day. We had we stopped at where did we stop? We spent the night at a movie theater parking lot in Bangor, Maine.
Bangor, Maine. Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. So we saw what's that river? The Penobscot River. River. So Bangor is kind of cool. Bar Harbor is where we took the ferry from. Bar Harbor is like, I mean, it's a New England, Gatlinburg, just because I know that we're all used to that back home. So, you know, it's just a tourist town. It's seasonal. A lot of freaking
breweries and shops, and they all look like really.
They all sell lobster by the pound, by the sandwich, by the roll, whatever. Like, so a lot of freaking lobster, a lot of lobster traps out in the bay.
Really cute.
Really cute. I'm sure with, you know, off season it's dead. So, but it's definitely a tourist town. Very cool though, very cute. You know, it looked like a lot of old stuff mixed in there. So. And then just beautiful scenery, just ridiculous. I mean, it makes a lot of sense why it would be a tourist town, just because it's so cool to see all this stuff. So then we took the ferry, which...
You're not going to tell my purse story.
What?
Oh,
yeah.
It's too soon.
No, it's not too soon. It's good. So when we went to go eat at...
Sea Dog.
In Bangor, at this restaurant called Sea Dog, was right on the Penobscot, which is really cool.
It was cute.
Yeah, it was
nice.
Cute little thing. Like... a lot of homeless people in Bangor too.
Surprisingly,
yeah,
yes.
A lot of like I don't know what they're gonna do in 2 months when it gets freaking cold.
But train tracks, and there were a lot of people just kind of roaming up and down the train tracks.
Yeah, we were gonna like there was
a
couple of parking lots like on the river that we were gonna stay at, but it was just there's too many freaking homeless people. Like I wouldn't feel comfortable. So we went into town and slept at found a movie theater and slept in the parking lot in the movie theater.
A big mall.
A big mall and stuff, yeah. But a lot less homeless people there, but they were, for some reason, they're all over downtown.
We looked at the Harvest Host and there wasn't anything available.
Right. Harvest Hope is an app that like you can stay at campsites that like bars or restaurants and things like that, wineries, places that have stuff to sell. They let you let you boondock right outside of them. But the idea is that you go in and you know, use their business or whatever, which is usually pretty cool. Like I would think, like we want, like there's one bar we're gonna stay tomorrow night. It's right on the bay, or right on the ocean, I guess. But it's hard. They only got 2 spots, and it books up all the time, I guess. So, but we're gonna stay there, and we're gonna go into the bar, and we're gonna probably get a flight of beer, at least. And so Harvest House, like we're gonna use that. I think we boondock here. We've actually got a campsite at some little place, which is nice.
Yeah, on the water.
Canada makes sense because Canada is like $50 Canadian to like you can see the freaking the Bay of Fundy right here behind me. Yeah. Like huge tides, crazy place, gorgeous view.
We pulled in last night to a gorgeous sunset.
Yeah,
there's a lighthouse over there.
There's a lighthouse right there.
Like it's just like picturesque.
Yeah, so that was cool. Canada makes a lot more sense. Like their prices for campsites haven't tripled, so it's not $150 here in Canada right now, just yet. They might figure it out eventually, but they haven't yet, so that's good. Hopefully the prices in the U.S. come back down. But anyway, so yeah, so when we stopped at that restaurant, ate at that restaurant. Lisa took her purse in there. I don't know why, because I still paid for dinner. I was too quick. Like, oh, you got your wallet out too fast. I was going to. Yeah, she alligator armed that one. And but luckily she had her passport in her purse also. But since she didn't have to pay for dinner, she didn't take her purse out of her wallet out of her purse, and she also didn't take her purse out of the restaurant when we left. So she wakes up, and I was like, I am still suffering from like the back end effects of a UTI that I got right before we left, which sucks. So I'm tired. I have to pee a lot. That's a little personal, but it's,
you're sharing a lot, babe.
I share a lot, but
like,
so
you're going a little above and beyond here.
yeah. So I mean, it's my friends. You know. So they. So anyway, so I go. So I'm like sleep. I'm either like coming up here. I'm either driving, peeing, or sleeping, and so I get in, I'm like, I wasn't peeing, I was sleeping, I was sound asleep. All of a sudden the lights are on, Lisa's standing over me, and she's like, oh my gosh, I left my wallet in the restaurant. I was like, okay. And she's like, my passport's in there. I was like, oh yeah, okay. So I'm like, well, call them. She's like, we need to get up and go and drive back.
No, I did not. No,
you did say go back.
I already checked and said they were not open. Like it was too late. They weren't open. They'd already closed.
No, she did.
Anyway, go ahead with this.
Yeah. So anyway, so I was like, call them. We call them. They were closed. They closed at 10. It's 11 o'clock. But she did.
Up on the app, on Google Maps.
Whatever. She woke me up in a panic. Like, oh my god.
I wasn't a panic. I was in a panic.
Which I mean, if you're trying to catch a ferry to go to Canada, did you? So, yeah, you kind of need the passport when you get off the boat. So, anyways, so they were open at 10. So we went ahead and. We just did stuff. We found a campsite. We dumped the sewage tanks. We did errands and kind of got everything ready, topped off fuel and everything. Which before we went to Bar Harbor, because I figured fuel. Which I was surprising. Bar Harbor gas was cheaper than it was at Bangor. But anyway, so we topped up. We did everything first. Like a couple things. Went to Walmart and grabbed some stuff, and so we kind of ran the errands there, and then so we were able to make it. She did go at 10 o'clock and she got her purse and her passport, so we were able to get to the.
And they gave me a free sticker to remember them by.
Yeah, they gave a free sticker for the
so
bar.
Bad for me.
Yeah.
I was so sick. I was ill.
She was.
I was sick.
Yeah, I slept good that night. She didn't so much. So
when Tristan sees this,
right,
I'm gonna have to eat some crow.
Yeah. He lost his wallet right before he started. He went off to school. So.
Oh yeah, and we preached about keeping up with your passport when you're.
Yeah, which he never lost his passport.
He never lost his. The country yet.
Yeah.
We were going
right. That makes it better. Guess what? You also aren't leaving the country. Yeah. So we went down to Bar Harbor. That was good. Went down there. It's cute, really cute town. Like I said, it's kind of like Gatlinburg. Of course, there's Acadia National Forest. We didn't really do. We did see a bunch of GMC Acadias, which is kind of cool. There's a Cadillac Mountain, so we didn't really see any Cadillacs, but yeah, GM. I don't know if like General Motors, Chevy, GM, all their stuff's named after, like the national parks, big mountains, things like that.
Okay, so then we got on the cat.
Yeah. So then we get on the cat, and that was cool.
Mike drove backwards down this big, huge ramp in the RV onto a Navy ship. Well,
right.
a former Navy, or a rented Navy ship.
Yeah, leased to it's a Navy vessel leased to a Canadian company to run a civilian ferry back and forth between Bar Harbor, Maine, and Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. But it was really cool. That thing was fast. It was doing we were anywhere from 36 to 39 knots. I forgot what he said. It was 80 tons of displacement, which is huge.
Yeah, the captain said we were the fastest trip across the water the entire season.
This season, yeah.
Because it usually takes 3.5 hours, and what was it, 2.5 hours?
Yeah, just over 2.5 hours. We hauled ass. which is a massive boat. It was like 800 people, like 800 passengers. I think they said they can put on there, and 800 passengers. However many cars, vehicles in the bottom, and the thing is we're doing almost 40 knots. I think he said top speed was 44 knots, but we were sitting between 36 and I think we averaged 36 knots. Looked at it right when we got there, up at the captain's station. It's like average 36 knots across the ocean, which is just cool. We saw a couple whales on the way over. Not fat, like it's not like a whale sightseeing, because you see the whale, you see the spout,
and you're gone.
And then it's like, whoom, there goes the whale. Like, yeah. So yeah, it's not a speed you want to normally do whale watching with. So the harbor pilot drives the boat out of the harbor, but he doesn't want to go to Canada. So he's got his Uber to pick him up somewhere. So we got off, which was good because we were like, hey, let's hurry up and get to the campsite, because we did get a campsite when we got here, because I found this little bay. So I thought it would be cool. We want to go up and go see some stuff here, Smuggler's Cove, and just some lighthouses, things in Yarmouth in this area. And so we get here, and of course we got behind this guy, like, so it's all kilometers up here. So I haven't switched the vehicle over yet to kilometers, so it's still miles. So but I was using the GPS because it says 100 kilometers. Like, as soon as we hit the interstate, kind of whatever the interstate thing is up here, like, this guy starts honking at me. So I was doing 75 kilometers, and it's 100 kilometer speed limit, which is about 62, 63 miles an hour, I think. So anyways, so I was probably doing like 40, 45. Yeah, welcome to Canada, where they're all friendly. Like, the guy's honking at me, get out of the way.
If you
like,
pulled up on the interstate behind somebody doing like 40 miles an hour, you'd probably.
But it's a like, there's.
But anyway,
there's like nobody that lives here. There's like 12 people that live here.
But anyway.
So it's not populated.
Getting in his way.
That's right. So he passed me on a WL line. It's like, oh, I thought they were all supposed to be friendly up here. This guy wasn't so friendly. But anyway, so we get stuck behind the guy. So I'm going to be the friendly guy. So we get stuck behind a Canadian who is, again, also doing 75 or less on the entire way. But we're trying to get to the campsite because I want to get here before dark. And so we got across the bay really fast and everything. So everything was like, hey, we're going to get there and be able to set. We've never set the RV up at a full hookup site. So, the bunch of stuff to figure out. And, of course, this jackass wouldn't get out of the way. So we went the whole way. And literally, he lives, 2 miles or 6.3 kilometers up the road here, or 3 kilometers up here, right before the campsite. So we followed him all the way, and I was gonna honk at him, but we didn't. Luckily I didn't, because he had like this RV, and it was like the windows are all like it's got the reflective tape, or not the you know, the insulation, and that reflective insulation and everything. Like, it's completely darked out, like you can't see anything in it.
Yeah.
And then he pulled into this freaking, like when he pulled into his house, it was like,
it looked like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Right.
It was scary.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad, because I've seen that movie before where you honk at a guy and he gets all mad and he comes out and kills you. Like,
and I'm like, he knows where we're going because we're in a camper.
Yeah, we're in a camper and we got like U.S. plates, and like he knows where we're going. He's gonna come get us in the middle of the night. So luckily I didn't honk at him, so he went and parked, and we left. So we were friendly to the Canadian. So now we're here. We got everything set up. It was a little hectic because it was dark, and which I was happy. At least, like I told her, I'm like, hey, like when we got here, it was right at sunset. You could see the lighthouse and everything. I told her, I'm like, here, grab your camera real fast, go out there and take pictures of the lighthouse and everything. And she did. So I was trying to set the RV up, and then she came over to help. And then
he yelled at me. And
then I yelled at her.
me and cussed at me, and then all the people were sitting out here at their little campfires and enjoying the beautiful sights and sounds of nature.
Right.
Mike screaming and yelling and cussing at me. And they're like,
well,
oh, hey, welcome, you fit right in.
Yeah.
And they were very friendly.
It's got the auto level, so it's got the auto jacks on there. So I'm sitting there trying to do that, and I'm like, hey, watch this. But the auto level wasn't working, so I was having to manually do it. And so I was telling her, I'm like, hey, look at the jacks. And then all she starts freaking out. She's like, the wheels are off the ground. The wheels are off the ground.
Now take the video around and show the tires and show the...
Yeah, so the wheels are off the ground.
Yeah, those orange blocks weren't there.
I put those there because she was freaking out. Like, I'm like, I will put blocks under it. Like, you don't need the blocks under it. It's on the jacks. So she's freaking out. She's like, the vehicle's off the ground. I'm like, I know. That's what we're trying to do. Like, it's jacks. We're jacking the thing up. She didn't know. So we got everything else set up. Everything worked well. Got the water and everything hooked up. Took a little bit to figure out, like, how to switch it right so that the city water worked. And first time we plugged in into shore power. So figured some stuff out with that. And had a huge class on AC, DC, inverters,
I took notes.
Shore power, house batteries, all this kind of stuff.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
I passed. I didn't ace it, but I passed.
She didn't ace it. Yeah, she's forgot it all this morning, I'm sure. So we'll forget it again.
But
tomorrow.
I have my notes. I can refer to my notes.
Yeah. So here we are.
Yeah, let's go on a bike ride.
Almost 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're gonna go on a bike ride. And let's see here. Look at this. We got these cool little flowers. I don't know if you can see these things. They're all over the place. But it's just gorgeous. Kind of stinks. Oh, my freaking fish died. Like, so we had that power outage. Like, all my tanks, all my saltwater fish died, I think, last night. So it's kind of sad. I'm in mourning. Lost $1,000 worth of freaking fish.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad. I'm kind of mourning.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. So, and some of them irreplaceable. But anyway, so we woke up this morning and it smelled like dead, nasty fish out here. So I was like, oh, it smells like probably what my fish tank smells like right now. So, but, all right, so it doesn't smell bad yet. Give it a day or two. Wait till that fish tank. Like, we go back to things
here.
smell.
I'm talking about here.
Oh.
It doesn't smell like house smoke in here.
No,
okay,
it's not bad.
let's go on a bike.
All right. So we'll see you. Talk to you again tomorrow. We're gonna go explore and take some pictures.